My man Czar make tracks like this.
What's going on, y'all? So Presonus just released Studio One 4.5, and in it we get a lot of features that a lot of us have been asking for. For me, the biggest one is being able to import and export your I/O settings. That is a huge one for me, and it's something I've been asking for a long time to be added to Studio One, and now we have that. What I want to do in this video is show you 3 new features in Studio One 4.5 that Presonus did not show us in their reveal video, as well as one of them that I didn't see in the release notes that I found. So we're going to start with the fat channel. So the fat channel in Studio One 4, though you have a lot of different compressors available for it, if you set a compressor, go to a different compressor, go back to your previous compressor, it would reset it back to default settings, which really made it annoying to use because you would think with all of the EQs and compressors available for the fat channel that Presonus would make it easy to audition each one against what you're using it for. Now you're able to do that. So in Studio One 4.5, the fat channel now retains its settings when you switch between EQs, compressors. So it's for the tube compressor. We're just gonna put this on stun. The FET, we'll just change some settings here. Go to 20:1. And as I go back to the tube, you see that it's still set the same way that I had it previously. Again, in Studio One 4, this would not be possible. This makes it very easy to audition different compressors with different settings now in Studio One 4.5. And the same works for the EQ. Just make an EQ curve here. And go back. And it still retains those same settings. So this is very, very useful. And I use the fat channel a lot, but not being able to switch through the compressors really did make it a pain to use at times when you're trying to find the right compressor for the right source. So really glad that that's been updated here in Studio One 4.5. The next one is under the instruments now. We have a new option to remove unused. This is really handy. You get to using a lot of virtual instruments, and sometimes, like this presence track I have here, if we remove this, you can see it now grays out the presence instance under the instrument list because it's not being used. And, before you would have to go under each instrument and just go to remove. We now have the option to go to remove unused, and it's going to remove all of your unused instruments. So that's a really handy one. And the last one, this is one that I did not see in the release notes, but I'm very glad we now have the ability to do this. In the I/O section, we now have the ability to reorder our I/O. This is a very simple one that I felt Studio One was missing, so I'm glad to see this now. And also, just another little side note, looking at the I/O section now, we've got this little line break here. And if you notice, this is where my quantum stops and my quantum 4848 starts. So if you're using multiple interfaces together in Studio One, you can now, with this little line break here, you can quickly see where the I/O from one interface stops and another one starts. So that's really handy as well. But there you go. Those are 3 things in Studio One 4.5 that Presonus did not show in the reveal. So far, I'm really enjoying 4.5. I'm going to keep messing around with it and maybe see if there's any other Easter eggs that I find that's not in the release notes. But any questions, comments, let me know, and I'll catch y'all next time.